So, they've got you dancing, huh? Twisting and turning to the rhythm of their cheap little games. They laugh, they point, they push your buttons, and like a good little puppet, you react. Every single time. Tell me, why? What is it about their worthless opinions that keeps you shackled? You think their approval will save you. Ha! Newsflash, sunshine. Their validation is worth less than a counterfeit dime in a broken vending machine. You see, people, people, they're masters of the game. But it's not a game of chess. Oh no, that would require strategy, thought. No, this is more like a game of dominoes. One wrong move, and they'll watch you tumble, laughing all the way. And guess what? They don't care how hard you work to stack those pieces. To them, you're just another player on the board. Replaceable, disposable. But here's the kicker. You're not even in their league. No. You're aiming higher, right? Or are you? Because if you're so focused on their nonsense, then maybe, just maybe, you're more like them than you care to admit. Listen closely, because I'm only going to say this once. You don't owe them a reaction. You don't owe them an explanation. And you sure as hell don't owe them the satisfaction of seeing you break. You know why? Because while they're busy playing games, you're building empires. Or at least you should be. But right now, you're wasting your time in their mud pit. Getting dirty for what? To prove you're better? No. That's not how this works. You've got to understand something about people like that. They're like dogs, chasing their tails. Round and round they go, thinking they're accomplishing something. But what happens when the dog finally catches its tail? It bites down, and surprise, it hurts. That's them. They're hurting themselves, but instead of stopping, they lash out at you, trying to drag you into their misery. Misery loves company, after all. But you're not company. You're the storm that tears through their pathetic little lives. Let me give you an example. Picture a snake. Now, most people, normal people, they see a snake and they panic. They scream, they run, they make fools of themselves. But a snake doesn't care. It doesn't change its course because some idiot is flailing their arms. It keeps slithering forward, quiet, focused, deadly. You've got to be the snake. Silent, calculated, unstoppable. Let them scream, let them run. You just keep moving forward. But here's the catch. Snakes don't play games. They don't waste energy on the noise. They strike only when necessary. And you're wasting too much time striking at shadows, reacting to whispers, engaging in their nonsense. You've got bigger things to focus on, bigger prey to hunt. Do you think the lion cares about the opinions of sheep? No. The lion doesn't waste time arguing with prey. It doesn't lower itself to their level. It roars, it hunts, it rules. And you're meant to rule. But you're letting the sheep pull you down, drag you into their meaningless drama. Why? What's the point? You think they're laughing with you? No, they're laughing at you. And the second you stop dancing to their tune, they'll look for someone else to toy with. That's the truth of it. They don't care about you. They don't care about your dreams, your struggles, your victories. To them, you're just a pawn. But pawns? Pawns can become kings if they make the right moves. Are you making the right moves? Or are you too busy playing their game to even see the board? Here's the thing. You're not like them. You're not meant to be. You're bigger, better, stronger. But you've got to stop letting their noise distract you. Focus. That's the key. Focus on what matters. Block out the rest. Ignore their games because while they're busy playing, you're out there winning. They'll try to pull you back. They'll mock you, criticize you, try to break you. But you don't break. You rise. You rise so high that their laughter turns to silence, their whispers to awe. And when they finally realize they can't touch you, can't bring you down, that's when you'll know you've won. So go ahead. Let them laugh. Let them play their games. You've got bigger things to focus on. And trust me, when you rise above their petty little world, the view from the top, it's worth every damn second of the climb. Now go. Prove me right. Or stay here, wallowing in their games. The choice is yours. But remember this, the world doesn't wait for anyone. You either rise or you get left behind. So, what's it gonna be? You know, it's funny. People, they'll tell you to be the bigger person. Oh, how noble, right? Turn the other cheek, they say. But let me ask you something. What happens when you keep turning the other cheek? I'll tell you. They slap you again and again until there's nothing left of you. That's their game. They thrive on it. They need to feel powerful. And the easiest way to feel big is to make you feel small. But here's the truth. The cold, hard truth. They only win if you let them. If you hand over your power, your pride, your self-respect, then yeah, they've won. But you're not going to let that happen, are you? No, you're smarter than that. Stronger than that. Or at least you will be if you stop letting their games get into your head. Do you know why they target you? Why they poke and prod and try to bring you down? It's because they see something in you that terrifies them. Potential, power, a spark they'll never have. And instead of working to light their own flame, they'll do everything they can to snuff out yours. That's what people do. They destroy what they don't understand. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people, they crumble under that pressure. They fold. They let the weight of others' opinions crush them like a house of cards in a hurricane. And you, well, let's see what you're made of, shall we? Because this is the moment that separates the weak from the unstoppable. You've got to learn to take that weight, that pressure, and turn it into fuel. Let it drive you. Let it burn so hot inside you that it becomes impossible to ignore. You see, pain? Pain isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally. Because pain, it teaches you. It sharpens you. It strips away the lies, the illusions, and leaves you with one simple truth. You're stronger than you think. But of course, that's not what they want you to believe, is it? No, no, no. They want you to feel small, powerless, insignificant. They want you to think you need their approval, their acceptance, their permission to succeed. Permission. That's a joke, isn't it? Since when did lions ask permission from sheep? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to stop reacting. Stop letting them dictate your emotions, your actions, your life. When they push, you don't push back. You stand your ground. You look them in the eye, and you let them know, without saying a word, that they don't control you. Because here's the thing about control. The moment you stop playing their game, you take it back. And when you have control, real control, over your mind, your emotions, your actions, well, there's not a damn thing they can do to stop you. You've got to understand something about life. It's not fair. It's not kind. It doesn't care about your feelings, or your dreams, or your hard work. Life will kick you in the teeth and laugh while you bleed. But you know what? That's what makes it beautiful. Because in the chaos, in the pain, in the darkness, that's where the strong rise. That's where the weak fall. And you've got a choice to make. You can either sit here whining, crying, playing the victim, or you can get up, wipe the blood off your face, and keep fighting. Because the world doesn't owe you a damn thing. It doesn't care about your excuses or your sob stories. It only cares about results. So what's it gonna be, huh? Are you going to let them win? Let them keep pulling your strings, making you dance like a fool? Or are you going to cut those strings, stand up, and show them who's really in control? You know, I used to care. Oh, yes. I cared about what people thought, about fitting in, about being liked. And do you know what it got me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The world chewed me up and spit me out, and the people I thought cared about me, they laughed. They moved on. That's when I learned the most important lesson of all. You don't need them. You never did. So forget their games. Forget their opinions. Forget them. You've got bigger things to focus on. Bigger battles to fight. And when you finally rise above their petty little world, when you stand tall and unshakable, they'll realize they never stood a chance. Now go. Show them who you are. Show them what you're made of. And remember, you're not here to play their games. You're here to win. You know why I keep going? Why I never stop, never back down, never fold under the weight of their nonsense? It's because I don't play their game. I flipped the board a long time ago. That's the secret they don't want you to know. The game only works if you play along. If you're too scared to disrupt it, to rewrite the rules. But the moment you say, screw your rules, screw your board, that's when the real fun begins. Let me tell you something about people like that. Those who push you, test you, drag you down. They're not strong. Oh no, they're weak. Weak as hell. You see, strong people, they don't waste time tearing others down. They don't play petty games. They don't need to. They've got their eyes on something bigger, something better. But the weak, the insecure, they'll do anything to make themselves feel powerful, even for a second. And you've been giving them that power, handing it over on a silver platter. Why do you care what they think? Do their opinions put food on your table? Do their insults pay your bills? No, they don't. So why let them live rent-free in your head? Why let their meaningless words hold you back? Here's the truth, kid. You're not here to impress them. You're not here to be liked or accepted or any of that crap. You're here to conquer, to build, to rise above all the noise and chaos and prove, not to them but to yourself, that you're unstoppable. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. What you think of yourself. Not them. Never them. You've got to stop reacting. Stop letting them control you with their cheap little tricks. They want you angry. They want you distracted. Because as long as you're focused on them, you're not focused on yourself. And that's their greatest fear, that you'll wake up one day and realize you don't need them, that you're better off without their opinions, their games, their existence. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a man walking through a storm, the wind's howling, the rain's pouring, lightning's cracking overhead, and behind him, a group of people shouting insults, throwing stones, trying to pull him back. Now, most people, they'd stop. They'd turn around, try to fight back, try to defend themselves. But not this man. No, he keeps walking, head down, eyes forward, steps steady, because he knows something they don't. The storm isn't forever. It'll pass. And when it does, he'll still be standing. But them, they'll be left behind, soaked, broken, defeated. You need to be that man. Keep walking. Keep moving. Let them throw their stones, scream their insults, play their pathetic games. None of it matters. None of it can touch you unless you let it. And here's the thing. The moment they see they can't break you, that their words and games and petty little tactics don't affect you, that's when you win. That's when you become untouchable. Because nothing scares people more than someone they can't control. You know, they'll try to guilt you. Oh, yes. They'll say you've changed, or you're so cold now. And you know what you say to that? Damn right, I've changed. Damn right, I'm cold. Because you don't rise to the top by being soft. You don't survive in this world by letting everyone walk all over you. You survive by being strong, by being relentless, by being unapologetically yourself. They'll call you selfish. They'll say you've got a chip on your shoulder, that you think you're better than them. And you know what? Maybe you are. Maybe you've earned the right to be. Because while they're busy gossiping, playing games, tearing others down, you're out there grinding, building, creating something real, something they'll never have the guts to do. You gotta stop being afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of standing alone. Because the truth is, the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. But that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. You're not meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out, to lead, to inspire. And if that means losing a few people along the way, so be it. So here's the plan. From this moment on, you stop playing their game. You stop reacting. You stop caring about their opinions. You focus on you, your goals, your dreams, your empire. And every time they try to pull you down, you remind yourself, you're not here to play their games. You're here for bigger things. Now go, walk through the storm. Let them throw their stones. Let them scream. Let them fade into nothing. Because you've got a legacy to build. And trust me, when it's all said and done, they'll remember your name. Not because you played their game, but because you broke it. You think you've heard everything, don't you? That this is the part where I give you some cheap pep talk. Tell you how special you are, how everything's gonna be okay. Ha! That's not how this works. Life's not a fairy tale. It's not some sugar-coated fantasy where the hero always wins. No, no, no. Life is messy. It's cruel. It's cold. And if you don't learn how to deal with that, it will chew you up and spit you out without a second thought. Oh, but Joker, you don't understand. It's so hard. So unfair. Boo-hoo. Let me tell you something, kid. Nobody cares. Not the world. Not the people you're trying so hard to impress. Not even the ones you think love you. They might say they care. They might pretend. But when it really comes down to it, you're on your own. And that's not a bad thing. It's the best thing. Because once you accept that, once you stop looking for someone to save you, you'll realize the truth. You are all you need. And that's what terrifies them. Oh, they don't want you to know that. They want you to stay small, stay dependent, stay controlled. Because if you ever figure out what you're really capable of, if you ever stop playing their little games, you'll leave them in the dust. And deep down, they know it. That's why they push you, test you, try to break you. Because your potential, it's a threat to their mediocrity. Think about it. Every time you try to rise, every time you try to do something different, something bigger, they're right there, aren't they? Whispering in your ear, laughing behind your back, telling you it'll never work. Why? Because they're scared. Scared of what you might become. Scared of what you'll leave behind. But here's the funny thing. Their fear. It's not your problem. Their insecurities, their doubts, their limitations, they're not yours to carry. So why are you? Why are you letting their small minds shrink your big dreams? Let me tell you something about dreams. They're not meant to be safe. They're not meant to be easy. They're meant to scare the hell out of you. Because if they don't, they're not big enough. And if they scare the hell out of other people, even better. That just means you're onto something real, something worth fighting for. But here's the catch. Dreams don't come free. They cost you everything. Your time, your energy, your comfort. Sometimes even the people you thought you'd have with you forever. Are you willing to pay that price? Because if you're not, then stop wasting your time. Stop pretending you're different, that you want more. Just go back to their little games, play along, fit in, be like them. But if you're serious, if you're ready to step up, to stop being a victim and start being a force, then listen carefully. This is the part where everything changes. First, you stop explaining yourself. Stop justifying your actions, your decisions, your dreams to people who don't even have the guts to chase their own. They'll never understand, and they don't need to. Your path isn't theirs. Your vision isn't theirs. So stop wasting your breath trying to make them see it. Second, you stop waiting for permission, waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, the right support. It's all a lie. The right time is now. The right opportunity is the one you create. And the only support you need is the strength inside you. Third, and this is the big one, you keep moving forward, no matter what. No excuses, no distractions, no looking back. Because the second you stop, the second you let their games pull you off course, you lose. And losing, that's not an option. Not for you. Do you know why I'm telling you all this? Why I care enough to stand here, spilling my guts to someone who might not even get it? Because I see it in you. That spark, that fire, that potential to be something so much greater than what they want you to be. But potential? Potential means nothing if you don't use it. So here's the deal. You either rise or you stay down. You either take control or you let them control you. You either build your dream or you let them destroy it. The choice is yours. But remember this, every second you waste playing their games is a second you'll never get back. You've got one life, one shot. And every moment you spend worrying about what they think, every moment you waste reacting to their nonsense is a moment you'll never get again. So stop. Stop giving them power. Stop letting them win. Because the truth is they can't beat you, not if you don't let them. You're stronger than their games, smarter than their lies, better than their small, pathetic world. And when you finally realize that, when you finally rise above it all, they'll look up at you with nothing but awe and regret. Now go. Prove me right, or prove me wrong. The choice is yours. But whatever you do, remember this. You're not here to play their games. You're here for something bigger. You think I'm done, don't you? No. 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 I'm not finished with you yet. You see, there's something else you need to understand. Something that's going to sting more than anything I've said so far. The people who play games with you, they never wanted to see you win in the first place. They'll act like they're on your side, like they're rooting for you. But deep down, they're just waiting. Waiting for you to fail. Waiting for you to give up so they can say, I told you so. Do you know why? Because your success is a mirror, a reflection of everything they're too scared to do, too lazy to try, too weak to achieve. Every step you take forward is a reminder of the steps they've refused to take. And that burns them more than anything. Think about it. Every time you make progress, every time you take a step closer to your goals, they're right there, aren't they? Whispering doubts, spreading lies, trying to pull you back. Why? Because if you succeed, if you make it to the top, it proves them wrong. It exposes their excuses, their failures, their small, miserable lives. And they can't handle that. So they'll do whatever it takes to keep you down. They'll laugh at your dreams, mock your efforts, criticize your every move. And if that doesn't work, they'll try to guilt you, manipulate you, make you feel like you're the bad guy for wanting more. But let me tell you something. You're not the bad guy for wanting more. You're not selfish for chasing your dreams. You're not wrong for refusing to settle for less. You've got one life, one, and you're going to waste it worrying about what they think, trying to make them happy, trying to fit into their small, pathetic world. No, 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 no. You don't owe them anything. Not your time, not your energy, not your attention, nothing. Here's what you owe yourself. Everything. You owe yourself the chance to live the life you want, to chase the dreams that set your soul on fire, to become the person you know you're meant to be. And if they can't handle that, if they can't support you, cheer for you, respect your journey, then they don't deserve a place in your life. Oh, but that's hard, isn't it? Cutting people off, walking away, saying no. It feels cruel, selfish, wrong. But let me ask you this. Is it cruel to protect your peace? Is it selfish to prioritize your goals? Is it wrong to demand the respect you deserve? No, it's not. What's cruel, what's selfish, what's wrong is letting their games, their opinions, their negativity hold you back. You've got to make a choice. Do you stay small, stay stuck, stay shackled by their nonsense? Or do you break free, rise up, and take what's yours? Because that's what it comes down to. No one's going to hand it to you. No one's going to pave the way, clear the obstacles, make it easy. You've got to take it, fight for it, earn it. And that's not going to be easy. Oh no, it's going to be hard, painful, brutal. You're going to face rejection, failure, betrayal. You're going to have moments where you want to give up, where you question everything, where you feel like the whole world is against you. But you're going to keep going. Do you know why? Because the alternative is worse. The alternative is staying stuck in their games, living a life that's not yours, settling for less than you deserve. Let me tell you something about pain. It's inevitable. You can't escape it, can't avoid it. But here's the thing. You get to choose your pain. The pain of discipline, of growth, of fighting for your dreams, or the pain of regret, of settling, of looking back one day and realizing you wasted your life playing someone else's game. Which one do you think hurts more? You know the answer. You've always known. So stop lying to yourself. Stop making excuses. Stop wasting time. The clock's ticking, and every second you spend worrying about them, reacting to them, letting them distract you, is a second you'll never get back. So here's the deal. You're done playing their games. You're done letting their opinions, their judgments, their nonsense control you. From now on, you focus on one thing and one thing only: your goals, your dreams, your path. And if they don't like it, too bad. You're not here to please them. You're here to rise. Now go. Prove them wrong. Prove yourself right. And remember, ignore their games. Your focus is on bigger things.